It's 1970 and I'm looking up at the Christmas tree and I can see silver tinsel and bright colored lights and there's presents all around the tree and it's still a week out before Christmas. And I know that my mom and dad are Santa because my mother and father are from Oklahoma and they've worked really hard their whole life to not be poor and to be someone on their way to being rich. And my mother said, don't lie to your kids. I'm not going to lie to my kids. So I knew, eyes wide open. I'm like, please, 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 please be Candyland. And my mother says, Missy, if you shake that any harder, you're gonna break it. I'm like, oh, sorry, mommy. I loved Christmas. I loved every holiday. My mother would absolutely match all of the house to the meal that would go with it. So Christmas would have prime rib and Easter would have the ham and scalloped potatoes. And her Easter egg hunts were marvelous. I used to go out into the yard and I'd have all the little plastic eggs and I'd have to find them and they were stuffed with quarters and golden chocolate coins. And then I'd find my basket from the Easter bunny. Yeah, right, that's me. And I would have stuffed animals and these little sugar domes that were in the shape of an egg. And inside you'd peer in and there would be little frosting around the outside and a little chick on the inside. It was so much fun. And of course, Tooth Fairy, I would pretend I was asleep. I knew it was my mother and she'd leave a Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop, and 50 cents under the door. It was bliss. 30 years later, I'm now a Pacific Northwest Gen X hip mom and I have spawned my first kid. And I am going to follow suit. I am going to play the holidays well, but I'm not going to lie to my kids. And as I'm walking around the house, it's around Christmas time, and my first child, Quincy, says, Mommy, if I'm a good kid, will I be on Santa's nice list? And I'm like, this is it. This is absolutely the time. Here we go. Quincy, Santa Claus is just and then all of a sudden, Quincy holds up her pudgy little hand. I mean, so pudgy. It looked like that there was a little rubber band of fat over it. It was so cute and so pudgy. And says, Mommy, if I'm a good kid, will I be on Santa's nice list? And I thought, what is she doing? Wait, I know she's an old soul, but come on, I don't know how to play the Santa game. And then all of a sudden, I started to remember the cul-de-sac moms would say, oh, you got to do the Santa thing. You will get so much done. Oh my God, you will get the house cleaned, the dog walked. It's awesome. And I thought, I need the house clean and I need the dog watched. And then all of a sudden I could hear my mother in my head and she's saying, Missy, don't lie to your kids. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's such a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, no, I think I might. You know what? I'm mom now. Just you go over here. Quincy. Yeah. Yes. If you're a good little kid, yes, you will be on Santa's nice list. Oh, so why don't we start right now? Why don't we start in your room? Let's just pick up these toys. Okay. And boom, all of a sudden the clothes are getting picked up. Everything's great. I'm thinking, yeah, wow. Okay, I'm going to get the dog walk, the house clean. This is going to be awesome. And I went with it. I went full on for everything. I had Easter eggs and little sugar footprints coming up to the house. This was good. I was great at this game. Year and a half later, I'm sitting at the kitchen table with Quincy. We're having our macaroni and cheese and hot dogs because that's how we roll. Quincy says, Mommy. I'm like, yeah, honey, you're Santa. What the fuck? What? No, I'm not. I am not. What? And you're the Easter bunny. Oh my God, what? Come on, old soul. And the eyebrow goes up. Tooth Fairy. Oh my God. Oh! Okay, yes. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Can I have some more macaroni and cheese, please? Yeah, here you go. Well, about 6 years later, we've had the second spawn. And I actually think that Quincy may have been regretting that the magic of Christmas had gone away because it was still very nice. I decorated, I followed Mother's suit very much, but the magic, the game was gone. But now we had Maisie. And Maisie was very magical and gullible and naive, much more than Quincy. Like she believed that when the princess died, the prince could kiss her and she would come back to life. A little concerning, but it worked. And one day, Quincy looks at me and she looks at her sister and says, Mommy, Santa Claus, game on. Like, oh, really? Oh, okay. And so now I have a sidekick and we are going to go for it. And so for every holiday, we are pulling out all the shots. Yeah. I mean, Santa Claus, that one was easy. We wrote the notes, we had the cookies, we had the no presents at night and then tons of presents the next day. But it was the other stuff that was much more fun. Quincy actually came up with this genius. She comes up, hands me a little house and says, leprechaun trap. I love you so much. Okay. We had plates on the wall. We'd tell Maisie, those are for the wall people. They have to eat at night. Really? Okay. And Easter, oh, come on. We had I had the sugar footprints coming up to the house, but then they would disappear in the house. And I'm like, that's because the Easter bunny is now invisible. It was actually the dog had just licked up the powdered sugar, but it was fine. It was great. Wonderful. But the tooth fairy, the tooth fairy, I would actually write these personal notes. I'm like, dear Maisie, you are doing such a great job at brushing your teeth twice a day because you know that I have a direct line to Santa Claus. And I want you to know you're doing really well. And P.S. I also have a princess toothbrush. Maisie was loving everything. Everything was great. House was getting cleaned. Dog was getting walked. I'm good. One night I'm sitting and watching America's Family Videos, my favorite show. The ape is about to throw his poo right into the camera. I'm ready for it. When all of a sudden I hear from the top floor, I hear, Mom! Mom! I'm like, what? And then I hear these 7-year-old legs just come pounding down the caramel carpet. And she comes in and she's got these tears coming down her face. And she goes, are you Santa? I'm like, what? No. And then I hear my mother, see, Missy, I told you, you should not be lying to your kids. I'm like, really, mother? Really right now? Okay, I got to deal with this, okay? And as these little hazel green eyes, just tear struck, are coming at me, I think I've got to save face right now. I got to save face. You won. What? You won. Honey, you actually won the game. What game did I win? You won. So you figured it out, baby. You figured out the game. You figured out we're on this team. You guys are on that team. And now you're on our team. Okay. And so you don't have to worry about it. You can't tell the other kids though. They've got to figure it out. This is excellent. This is called analytical thinking. You'll learn more about this in school, but you are doing great. I am? I'm like, yeah. Oh my God. Thank God. Oh, okay. I'm good. Wait a second. Yeah? You've been lying to me my whole life? Oh my God. And all of a sudden, this tsunami of shame just comes crashing down on me. And I'm thinking, oh my God. And I look at her and I see those little eyes that were so naive and gullible and sweet. And I had to do what she said. She's right. I have absolutely been lying to her. And now she's parenting me, the supposed parent. And all I knew right then and there was I was totally on the naughty list. Thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
Melissa Reeves, everyone.
Yeah.
What a delight. Brian, I'm trying to add you.
So much therapy, just so you know, so much therapy.
That was excellent. So good. Wow. I'm so glad Brian found you. You guys did a show together is what I understand.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
6 feet apart.
As soon as I saw it first time, I went, be my friend on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Story Slam.
Yeah, that was an excellent, that was so well told, Melissa. And so you're in Seattle,
I am.
and are you doing a lot of live storytelling out there?
Well, we are still virtual. I am going down to Portland. There's going to be a moth on Tuesday. So that's been kind of, we're trying. We're trying to come back. They're carding a lot. People are masked while they're in the audience, which is working really well. The storytellers, sometimes they're masked or they're unmasked because they can be up on stage away from everybody. But still, it's pretty virtual. It's pretty virtual, which I don't have a problem with. Virtual's fun.
So
Yeah,
people
well,
here in Toronto can track you down on shows you're doing the next little while.
Yeah, I'm in 3 more this week. So I have, well, you wouldn't see the Portland, but Wednesday, 6 Feet Apart. I'm in a little bit of a silliness with that. But then Thursday, I am in Better Said Than Done. And it's their Christmas show, which is really fun because the tickets holders, it's about food. It's like food, folks, and fun. And if you buy a ticket, you will actually get the recipe that we will be telling our story about. And mine is when I'm 5 years old, a year younger than tonight. And my story is called Cheese Souffle.
Oh,
So
Nice.
that's all on your website.
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah.
in the
put it in the
chat.
chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And
All
we
right.
love that our show is virtual tonight because it allowed us to have you,
Aw.
part of it. So thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's been fun.